Good day and welcome to another edition of Outside the Genie, where we'll do a preview of today's racing at the Vaal Racecourse, 17th September. So before we start looking at the form and the betting, I would just like to quickly tell you what Outside the Genie is about for those persons listening for the first time. Outside the Genie is a form analyzer where we analyze form, and by analyzing form, we then give you outsider selections that you can put into your own play. So you choose your play of the day that you want to do, and your selections, and then you take our selections, add them to your selections, the outsiders, and if the outsiders do arrive, either win or place, then you can stand in a power queue collecting your nice winnings and thanking outsider Genie. This video today is sponsored by Team G Racing, which I will tell you a little bit more. Later, Team G Racing has put together a syndicate where you, the guy, sitting at home or in the tote, also wishing to be a part of a racehorse ownership, can do that, and we have made it affordable for you to become also involved in racehorse ownership. You can, by clicking on subscribe now, you can ring the bell. You'll be notified every day when we post our daily video. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, and here are contact details: 083-585-5133. And then, yes, we just want to brag a little bit about yesterday. We had a nice day at Greyville. A lot of our selections did either win or place. And race one, outright selection, which everybody had, so I'm not going to brag about that. Finding a 7 to 10 winner is really not a big thing, difficult to do. Then in a third race, our outsider selection, Solar Frame, Flair, won at 16 to 1. Then we had our outright selection. Now, I just want to quickly, for those who don't understand the difference between outright and outsider, the outright selection is the horse that we tip, that we think the horse can win the race, and that can be at any price. Then our outsider selections is outsiders that we think can either win or place. So in race 5, also our outright selection won, and that won at 10 to 1, Sacred Blues. Then we race 8. I just want to mention race 7, 8, and 9. Both our outright first selections was crashed, and in race 7, our selection was the best bet of the day, and in race 9, our selection was value bet. Just for the record, Sacred Blue was our value bet, was one of our value bets for the day at 10 to 1. In race 8, when I did my preview, I did say Master Magic include in all your bets, and I was proved correct. At 25 to 1, this horse was placed third, paying R6.80 the place. And then race 9, number 4, our outsider selection, Treasure Pearls, 15 to 2, nearly went start to finish winning that race. So all in all, a good race. So we have a special offer. Our normal package is 500 Rand, and that is now, if you want to subscribe to our form analysis daily, our daily form analysis, where we give you specific numbers. I'll show you now more about that. So our normal package is 500 Rand. You can sign up now and get selections from now till end of September for 250 Rand. But for it, we had the package till it expired yesterday. But some guys said if I could just keep it till Friday because they're getting paid on Friday. For the extra 150 Rand, you can then get your selections till end of October. So that is really value for money. And then we got a special package for 3 months. Would have cost you normally 1,500, so you can now pay 750, and that means you get a discount at 50%. You only pay 250 Rand per month. So you can WhatsApp us if you want to arrange your package. So what do we do? We give you race by race selections, an outright winner, and 2 possible outsider selections. We give you value bets to play each way, normally 6 to 1 or higher. And then we give you a best bet of the day. We don't give you odds on. Even we had that winner in the first race yesterday. We never gave that as a best bet because at 7 to 10, you can find that yourself. You don't need a genie to do that for you. But we do find other horses at good value, which we did recommend for you. Then we also give trifectas and quartet selections. You can play as is or use some of the numbers with your play or whichever way you choose. Then we also give you affordable PA and a big six, which you can play as is, or you can add on or use some of our numbers. You will get a sheet like this every day, a one-page sheet with all the selections, big six PA, the quartet and trifecta selections, and then you get your value bets and a best bet of the day all in one sheet. We add it to a WhatsApp group, and we post the selections every day on that WhatsApp group. So let's now move to the racing, where we look at race 1, which is a maiden plate for work riders. Number 7, Funky Music, is 16 to 10. And sorry, this is over 1600 meters. 16 to 10, Supreme Elevation 28 to 10, Man of Property 3 to 1, 9 to 2, Soldier Song, but Lumia's 25 to 1, Light Without 53 to 1, Strand 66 to 1, and 80 to 1, and bet to the rest. For those who is listening to this video for the first time, I just want to quickly remind you guys that I can't do a full analysis of each race. So because then the video is too long, and people has asked me if I can please keep it up to about a half an hour maximum per day. So what I do is I touch on the horses that I think you should look at when you do your play. So let's start with race number 1. We are going to move down to number 12, Man of Property. This horse is ridden by Sam Shear. He's a very competent jockey. This horse ran well. Last time out running second fastest 400 to finish, 24.4 over the 1450. Now today over the 1600 meters, but I do think this will suit Man of Property. So therefore, Man of Property, my first choice in this race. Then let's have a look. Number 1, Soldier Song, Michael Azzi. This horse has run over a little bit longer, now coming back to 1600 meters, and I do feel that this will suit this horse a little bit better. So can place, do include in all your bets. And then here's a horse that is very long in the betting, but Ramias is 25 to 1. Do include in all your pay. This horse shows indifference form, but it has shown that it can run a little bit. There it ran a third and a second. This is not a strong field. Karen Fisher, I'm not sure. The jockey, she had her first winner the other day, and she looks like she can be a competent jockey. So therefore, don't exclude Bartholomeus, because I'm definitely sure that this horse is going to run close into the placing. If not winning the race at 25 to 1 is not impossible. So then there are other horses. The Supreme Elevation do have a chance, has run a few places. This jockey, Jungwetsa, he normally rides for Sean Terry, but Sean Terry don't have a ride in this horse in this field today. So number 6, Supreme Elevation, not without a chance, a 3-year-old Flower Alley by Lecture Me. Will definitely be involved in a finish, that I'm sure. But I'm looking for value in this race, because these kind of races have thrown up huge outsiders in the past. Here we have Funky Music, the favorite, drawn 1. Matsuela is a jockey that used to go to the academy, so he's very competent. And this horse did run well over the 1400 meters. Before that, over the 1600 meters, just under 6 lengths behind Al Nabar, so definitely also inclusion. So all in all, race 1, open race. And we move down to race number 2, which is 1,000 meters over for 3-year-olds over 1,000 meters. So let's have a look at the betting. The betting is Break the Silence 16 to 10. Goodwood 33 to 10, 4 to 1, Sonny Quinn, a first timer, another first timer 6 to 1, Forest Phoenix, Procrastinator 7 to 1, Smith's 12 to 1, 20 to 1, and longer the rest. So let's have a look here, where my selections is as follows. Number 6, Break the Silent. I think this horse has had 2 nice runs, and I do believe we'll go close today with Lyle Ewanson on board. This little young man is hunger for winners. All right, then here we have number 5, Blue Eyes. Also one of your longer prize. Do include in your quartet. I did include it in my quartet. Definitely a horse that you can put in if you play multiple, say in the back end of your quartets. This horse hasn't run badly, has had some 2 decent runs, and can only improve from there. Let's have a look at some other selections. Number 2, Procrastinator. I think number 2 will Kumar on board. He's also bringing the winners. That ran a good race after the rest, and I feel that it can only improve from there. And then I want to move down to number 12. Now here's a horse from the Dawson stable, Larina on board. This horse only had 1 run behind Vars, Vicky, Stubborn, Lodi, but I've got a feeling that this horse is better than his first race. So do include in all your play, your quartets, trifectas. I think this horse will show improvement today. So let's move on to race number 3. 3-year-old Phillies, Maiden plate. Let's have a look at the betting. Here the betting is Bolt Leah 28 to 10, Traveling Wilbury 28 to 10, Aneski 72, Winter Mission 5 to 1, Batley Bonke 8 to 1, and 20 to 1, and better the rest. Now, first of all, I want to look at the favorite, and I'm not breaking down anybody, but here I'm opening up the betting, and then I see here's a horse that the closest that he's ever finished to the winner was 8 lengths, but okay, although that was in a graduation plate, he was still 8 lengths, but he's getting the -4, so he can have a chance, but he is the favorite and he can have a chance. But I do fancy number 1, Batley Bonke, based on his previous 2 runs. And I do think that ignore last run, I looked at it and the horse just battled to get going. And I think with the -2.5, Batley Bonke today can go close and give number 2, Bolt Leah, a hard time. Because I can tell you, I don't think Bolt Leah, I won't be rushing to the bookmakers to take the 28 to 10. Not that it doesn't have a chance, it's getting -4, but number 1 is getting -2.5, and I just feel that number 1 has got a form a little bit stronger than number 2, Bolt Leah. Because that day in that maiden plate, there was only 6 runners. You know, I'm not going to hamper more on that. So let's have a look at number. Here we have number 3, Great Diva. Do include in your bets. This all shows a lot of pace, and you know, the more horses run, the fitter they get, and I think Great Diva, can improve on that last run. So put in the back end of your quartets. And then another thing is number 7 is Winter Mission. Do include in your bets. I think that horse can also improve from that first outing with Warren Kennedy on board. Definitely inclusion. The last horse I want to look at here is number 12. Number 12, Traveling Wilbury as a first timer. I'm not too sure about the breeding, but it is by Dynasty out of a Windrush mare, so I think the speed will be on. So as I said, definitely good to assess a horse like this because there is no form, but do include in your play. Then we want to move on to race number 4, which is a maiden plate for 3-year-old fillies. I see there's a lot of races for fillies today at 14.50, over 14.15. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have number 7, Undutois 9 to 10, My Sugar Baby 2 to 1, Miss Venezuela 6 to 1, Electric Boot 6 to 1, Essence 12 to 1, Sheltering Sky 16 to 1, Pretty Free Mode and 66 to 1, and longer the rest. So here's the favorite is number 7. Number 7 has had some nice runs. and I do believe he does, and is really favorite. A coup de grace out of a Captain Elme, definitely well-bred. Did ran second to Sudden Charm, which one was the winner at 6 lengths, and then ran behind Castle Corner, stayed on, and I do think with Gumalo drawn 12 will definitely be a contender in this race. Let's look at some possible outsider selections. Here I want to go to Miss Angela. I don't know what happened last time. Just let us ignore that run. And before that, did run two good races, both times third. And I think let's give Miss Venezuela another chance today with Warren Kennedy on board. Then here's number 2 mode. Include in all your play because unfortunately, there's horses from this trainer. Sometimes they ran bad races and then all of a sudden they run a good race. This horse has been placed over 1400 meters. Um, then it ran a 3 bad races and then last time out um, came out and run 16 behind Last Going West. Last Going West ran second the other day at the Vaal again, and the jockey is getting -2.5. And surely, if number 2 mode do place, it will definitely boost your dividend. So do include in all your play. There are other horses that you can improve, but I think I've yes, number 11, My Sugar Baby. You can also, that was also debut well, ran behind Milan's Princess, but a 1450 will suit him better. Can also be a contender in this race. And here we have Electric Boots, the first timer from St. Gray, and sometimes he has got the ability to win with first timers, so do include in all your play number 12. So let's move on to race number 5. But before we move on to race number 5, I just want to touch on another matter. As I said, we are sponsors are Team G Racing. Now, Team G Racing has put together a syndicate where the man in the street, the punter in the tote, or play from home punter, will able to also share in the thrill of horse racing. We have to put together a syndicate for 1,700 rand, and you can even pay it in 2 installments, and a monthly fee of 200 rand, and then you'll be the part owner of 3 very good racehorses. So 2 of them is currently racing, not far from winning. As a matter of fact, I spoke to the trainer last time, and he said that one of them he certainly will win his next race, which it will be a maiden plate, and the other one has got the ability to win another 3 or 4 still in KwaZulu-Natal. The syndicate will be managed by Northwest Online Bloodstock, and for more info, you can go to our website or WhatsApp us at 0612310193. I just want to say, as I also used to own a lot of horses. Unfortunately, due to economic downturn a few years ago, I lost most of them, well, all of them. But there's nothing that beats the thrill of seeing your horse going past the post first, carrying your colors and going past the post. There's not a lot of feeling that beat that. So let's now move back to the racing. Race 5 was also a maiden plate over 1,600 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Let There Be Light 17 to 10, Veldflower 3 to 1, Pearl Dancer 7 to 1, to Bedouin Bride 9 to 2, Cast the Dice 12 to 1, Birdwatcher 14 to 1, and 20 to 1, and longer the rest. So here I want to have a look at number 8, which is Pearl Dancer. As a 4-year-old from the Lucky Udalaka stables, we're currently in form. Laruna's riding from draw 2. I'm sure that this longer distance of 1,600 meters will suit this horse down to the ground, because this horse is running on from behind. In that first race, 23.1 second fastest, and last time out fastest 24.5 late takeoff, and I'm sure the 1,600 meters will suit this horse. So number 8, Pearl Dancer, definitely a contender in this field. Let There Be Light has also had 2 nice runs from the Paul Peter stable. Ferrari's riding last 2 races over long distances has improved. So that's going to be a nice deal between Pearl Dancer and number 9, Let There Be Light. Other horses of chances in this field, I go back to number 3, which is Bird Watcher. Bird Watcher is ridden by Pierre Stradon for his old mate, Red Warren Hugh. They used to have a lot of winners in the old days. I can remember sitting at the Tattersall's punting Red Warren and Pierre Stradon, 3-4, sometimes 3-4 winners a day. This horse has shown a little bit of improvement over the 1500 meters. Last time out, I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it was too handy. I'm not sure. But I'm sure this horse will be running on the end with Pierre Stradon on board. Feldflower is also a horse that comes from Durban, has had 2 runs here over a little bit shorter, now going to 1600 meters with GENIE on board. Do include in all your play. Caster Dice had the previous 2 runs go behind Lightning Rock, also showed improvement. Do include in all your bets. Can pop up in the placings. So let's move up to race number 6. Race number 6 is a merit-rated 74 handicap, merit-rated 88 handicap over 1600 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Here the betting is number 4, Trade Master, 22 to 10, 11 to 2, Stop for Nothing, Captain Chorus, 6 to 1, Edge in Blue, 10 to 1, 10 to 1, Tigers Rock, Whipping Boy, 9 to 1, and 12 to 1, and longer the rest. So when I initially started my thing, I was strong on Trent Master and to win race 6. And then when I got to the bottom here, I changed my mind, and maybe I'm wrong because I've been following Whipping Boy for a while now. Now today, Whipping Boy is only carrying 48 kilograms. But if you have a look at the Whipping Boy, he started off at a merit rated of 82. He's now down to a 73. This race 6 is a merit rating, average merit rating of 81. He's a run against a 98, 2.5 lengths behind Captain and Master. The IT factor, 83, especially from the USA. Always there and there, 3 lengths, 4 lengths, 5 lengths, running on from behind. And I'm thinking today with this lightweight, Whipping Boy is going to definitely be a big contender in this race. I'm not saying it's a certainty, but what definitely is a certainty is not to leave it out of your calculations. Other horses that we can have a look at this race outside the selections is number 10, Captain Curious, Warren Kennedy. This horse is running well, has some decent races, has had a stable change because Jeff Woodruff moved down to the Cape. And last time out ran behind Trent Master, now has a swing of about 3 kilograms on Trent Master, and that will bring it much closer to Trent Master. And the same goes for 11 Stop for Nothing, was also close behind Trent Master. Now with the swing and weights, can actually beat Trent Master. So don't leave out number 11 Stop for Nothing. So let's move on to the next race, which is the 7th race, a merit rated 72 handicap over 1600 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Street Flyer 4 to 1, Follow My Path 9 to 2, Secret Dynasty 5 to 1, In the Game 5 to 1, Bravo 1, 8 to 1, 10 to 1, Elusive Swan, 10 to 1, Private Ruler, 16 to 1, and Better the Rest. So here we have race 7, where my first selection is number 2, Follow My Path. I also did recommend Follow My Path in his previous race, but now today, Pierre Stradon is riding from draw 1. His horse ran on very well last time out in a higher division. It's now running in an ability rating of 65. Last time out was 81. Certifiable ran again on Monday, finished closely. Stop for Nothing is running in a higher division in the previous race. Expect from the USA is not a slouch. And I think I'm putting my hopes on Pierre Stradon that today will be the day that Follow the Path will come home. As you can see here, also ran 4 lengths behind seven Patriots. Now, 7 Patriots has won another 3 races from there. True Words went on to win in Natal. Magic School ran on Monday against a strong field, winning again, and I think has won since again. So definitely Follow My Path down in class today, and to my mind today, the best bet on the card. race 7, number 2. I'm putting my hopes on that. He's currently 92. Follow my path. So do include in all your bets. Then also you want to have a look at number 9, Secret Dynasty. Last time out, nearly won the race, got one out of it out of the rainbow, and I think that this horse will be the biggest danger to follow my path. And then also I want to give you this horse, also build him on a stable, as is number 9, and this horse currently is 40-1, but this horse is getting -2.5. Last time out over the 1600, ran on well, second fastest 400, and the race before that, also in a higher division behind Stop for Nothing, was 23.6, 5 lengths behind Category 4. I think Category 4 has won another 2 races, ran second again on Monday. So short and sweet at 40-1. Do include in your quartets and trifectas, because if this horse pays, you're going to be standing in a payout queue laughing. Then we get to the 8th race. Now, I did my form analysis and on this race, and when I got down here at the bottom, I got to this horse called Shaba Ranks. Now, and then I look, I say, okay, the horse is carrying 49. Although it's drawn 17 over the 2,000 meters, it's not going to make a big difference. Then I had a look and I saw, okay, the average ability rating in this race is a 67. So I started doing my form analysis, and then I saw that this horse at one stage was an 83, now a 58. And then I saw this horses run well over longer distances here behind out on the tree, out in the tree. Average merit rating was a B division at 87. Here it ran in a C division behind River Jordan. Our man in Havana, and I think our man in Havana, I have one since, Gold Griffin. And last time out, didn't run too bad. And this horse is like, is now in a class that he can run, and with that weight, and this horse has only carried this -4 behind Nimsha in March in a stronger division. And then I said to myself, okay, well, I like this horse. I wonder what is the betting. So I went down to the betting, and to my amazement, I found that this horse is 53-1. Now, let's just have a look at the betting, because I haven't had a look at the betting. Number 5th of July, 92, Magic Vision 5-1, 11-2, Blue Moon City, Major Return 6-1, Hidden Agenda 9-1, Drummer Do 12-1, Bouncing Tigre 14-1, and 16-1 Podcast 25-1, Zabariyat, Blazer King, Jack Man, and then here we found Tough Choice and King's Cup and Shaba Ranks, and then Manturba at 40-1. So guys, my recommendation, I'm not going to say this horse is a certainty. It has had a stable change. It is now in the care of Shaba Ranks for Baron Boters for just over a year. It has run some good races. The only problem with this horse, he always loses at the jump. So that might be his biggest drawback. But I think if this horse today can jump, if somehow the jockey can get it to jump, or if it doesn't lose too much ground, this horse is going to be definitely a factor in this race. So, at 53-1, having $100 on the horse each way or 50 rand each way, it can't get hurt. But if it do wins, you'll be thanking me. If it doesn't win, maybe this is the type of horse that you want to keep following, because I can tell you now, this horse will win some other time. So now let's look at some other horses in the race. Here we have number 1, which is 5th of July, very well bred of Wiley Hall, Virgo's Bait, both of them grade 1 winners that run well over the 1800 meters last time. And I'm sure, it has a chance, but it's giving a lot of weight to Shaba Ranks, and that is my problem. But as I said, everything depends on whether Shaba Ranks will jump or not. Then we have number 2, Major Return, Michael Azzi. This horse has also run good races against stronger opposition, always there and thereabouts. Now and then runs a bad race and then a few good races. And I do think, I'm on the correction, but I think it also had a owner change, but not a stable change. And originally they paid 350,000 for this horse. So it might be a nice looker. So do include in all your play Marco van Rensburg on board. This horse can definitely, if you can't win this race, be placed in the in the placings. Then we want to move down to number 9, Magic Vision. Also a horse I've been following for a long time. Kumana on board, but from draw 13, but also the type of horse running from behind. So has run here and there against some stiffer opposition. So definitely want to include in all your bets. So that brings us to the end of our preview. I hope I can point you in the right direction and that you can make a bit of money today. And as I always say, break a leg.